Hey, happy Halloween, everybody.
Happy Halloween to our special Bonusode.
Yeah, Bonusode numero 2.
We just wanted to throw this out on Halloween so that you can all celebrate with the Terror in Tandem team.
Just a little
wherever you are.
something we whipped together whilst luxuriating in the rooftop infinity pool of one of our many luxury homes.
So we're going to talk about Halloween candy.
Oh.
We're just going to give you a list of our tops and bottoms.
Our tops and power bottoms.
So I just want to give you a little background.
I didn't know you were going to do that.
Yeah,
that's like totally your thing, though. I love it.
Organized trick-or-treating grew in the 1930s.
Huh.
And it was halted when World War II broke out. And sugar was rationed.
Yeah, and I think they were also rationing coins to like use the nickel and stuff to make bombs and shit.
Probably.
Yeah. In
the 1950s, candy manufacturers promoted their delectable goods for Halloween during the height of the baby boom.
That's them Don Draper years right there.
In the 1970s, wrapped candy became produced in factories and were considered the only goods that could be handed out on Halloween.
Oh, due to the, the
individually
scares.
Wrapped, yes.
Yeah, of poisoning and whatnot. Individually wrapped, it kind of ensures the safety of
The
it.
Halloween candy scare likely began with the 1970s New York Times op-ed suggesting that strangers could use trick-or-treating as a way to poison children.
There was basically zero evidence of that happening, but here we are with wrappers that our great-great-great-great-grandchildren will use to build homes.
In 1982, Halloween candy sales dropped by 20 to 50%.
Ooh.
And 40 American cities canceled Halloween entirely.
What happened in 1982? Is it Satanic Panic or?
A number of deaths among children on or after Halloween, which were believed to be unrelated to poison candy, sparked the widespread panic.
That was the Footloose of Halloween years for America.
There was never one single confirmed incident of a child's death or injury from Halloween candy.
So the internet is not an excuse for public freakouts. Apparently, we've just always been doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We've always done this. It's
we'll
just more obvious now because it's so quick.
If we're sending smoke signals to each other and using semaphore flags, we will still be like, send 5 semaphore signals or your child will go to hell.
This year, the National Retail Federation predicted that consumers will spend a record $10.14 billion on Halloween, included $3 billion on candy.
At least half of the candy budget's coming from my stress eating. Just candy.
Just remember, while you're munching on your kid's Kit Kat bar,
or your own,
150 years ago, you might have been chowing down on chestnuts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we often forget that sugar in the Western world is a relatively new introduction. It's only been here the last few centuries and came here by way of, you know what? It's a candy episode, so let's not talk about how it got here.
Yeah. It was on a boat.
Yeah. So, candy. That was really interesting.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh. I had no idea you were going to give us brain candy.
So we're going to talk about our top 5 and our low 5.
Our slow 5.
I think we should start with the worst.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I just labeled this category poison.
Well, yeah. These are my 5 worst, and these are my co-host's 5 worst, and in no particular order.
Yeah, I've got more than 5.
We're just doing 5. You go first.
Well, you know what? Your rules are number 1. Candy corn. The fuck is candy corn? Why?
Wax.
I know. It's just filler. It's like the sawdust of candy.
A lot of people like them. The only
don't
good thing
understand
about candy corn is you can put them on your incisors.
Sure.
For a minute.
Like wax teeth. But you don't eat that. It's disgusting. It is just, it's like eating a handful of sawdust. It is so, it feels like it was the runoff from that came off the side of a machine making a better candy, and then someone was like, well, we can make money off this too. candy corn. Fuck you.
Now and laters. Guess what? I'm
Huh.
not going to like it now, and I'm not going to like it later.
What is it about now and laters?
They're always disappointing. Either they're super rock hard, or
Oh,
they
yeah.
taste weird, or you get a banana one.
They are never as chewy as you
Their
want them to
edges
be.
are super sharp.
Yeah, they break off like porcelain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always mixed in a bowl. So, like, you see maybe like a peanut butter cup, and they grab a handful, but, you know, the peanut butter cup goes into someone else's bag, and you get a handful of now and later.
Okay, side question. Do you ever judge a party based on their candy selection?
A party?
Yeah, like a Halloween party.
No, because I'm really not interested in candy when I'm at a party.
Yeah.
But trick-or-treating, yeah. When
For
I
sure.
trick-or-treat,
For sure.
when I trick-or-treated,
When you trick or trod.
I always knew which house to go to. We
Oh,
used to
yeah.
have
No,
this-
you definitely judge the neighborhood.
we used
for
to
sure.
have this lunch lady that
Gave out sloppy
she
joes.
gave away bags of chips. We knew that she had gotten from the school because
Not even hiding it.
one
That
of the
just-
bags was Munchos. And we could only get those at school. I never really saw them anywhere
Munchos.
else. Yeah.
I've never heard of Munchos.
Oh, they're like these curly, airy potato chips that are
What's
super
sort of
salty.
like nightmare grade Z chip that we're feeding children.
Yeah, I grew up in a weird town.
Hey, yeah, I mean, that's just American public school. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh, wow.
Munchos.
Ew, your snobbery is showing.
So
What's your next one?
pennies. Anyone ever just give you a handful of pennies? Because that's
Yeah.
happened to me a few times.
Uh-huh.
And let me tell you, even trick-or-treating in the 80s, pennies aren't worth shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess this is the most heated I've been. Candy just, ooh. gets
pennies.
me. Pennies. Don't give me pennies.
Dollars for donuts, pennies for peanuts. Dum-dums is my next,
Oh, the terrible
They're not only dumb,
lollipops. They're so bad.
but they're dumb.
What about the root beer flavored one?
I'm always disappointed. First of all, why? You can't add more?
Oh, because they're so tiny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's the point?
Yeah, it's a pin drop.
Honestly, I end up sucking more of that cardboard stick.
And that disintegrates?
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just never fun. I'm always disappointed. They sell bags of them. I'm sure
they come
people
in bags
love them.
of like 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and so many odd flavors. It really does feel like Dum Dums are just the like failed experiments of other lollipops.
Yeah.
Yeah. So another one, anything judgmental, like dried fruit or religious pamphlets,
Raisins.
That's dried fruit.
Yeah, homemade.
A toothbrush. It's just like I get it, but like, come on, it's one night. Just play ball. Don't be like that. And I understand that I knew this was the Mormon house when I knocked on the door, but with the pamphlets, is it always time for pamphlets? Can there just be a time when you
What's
give me
your
candy?
feeling on UNICEF?
UNICEF's fantastic because it serves an actual like practical
Did you ever
purpose.
collect for UNICEF when you were
I did.
trick or treating?
Absolutely. And then, back in the day when like Land Shark was only 10 years old, you could still make that joke. UNICEF man. Land Shark.
You could get the pennies and put them in your own UNICEF
No,
box.
I get that. And I think that was brilliant of UNICEF. I'm just saying when like you'd go to a house expecting candy, you're not handing them a UNICEF. You're handing them one of those little plastic pumpkin bags.
Yeah.
And they pour up like a handful of pennies and you're just getting rid of your
now
own
we're
pennies.
on dried fruits. So
Judgmental. Anything judgmental. Like, listen, don't give me dried apricots on Halloween. I understand that this
trail
isn't
mix
good for me.
I don't want your homemade trail mix.
It's not like I spend
I don't want
every
anything
day
homemade.
eating candy, It's just most days.
My next is actually a candy, not a commentary on society. Dots.
Oh, yeah, those are gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are, and you have to peel them off paper, and the paper sometimes sticks to it.
Not those.
Oh,
The
gummies.
I can't even call them gummies
because they never
not.
go away.
No,
they stick in
they
your
stick
teeth
in
for
your
years.
teeth.
Yeah,
they always come in a little tiny box that is really hard to open.
I'm pretty sure I had to have my wisdom teeth removed, and they were like 60% dots.
I lost a filling and just had a dot.
Yeah, you just stuff a dot in there. It's like denture gum, glue, whatever.
What's your next one?
Anything from the freezer. You ever have someone just grab something because they're panicking, they didn't get candy, and they didn't expect a kid to come, they just put something in your bag, and it's like frozen?
No.
Yeah. Or a canned good. Like, it's not a food drive. If you didn't get anything, just accept the eggs on your house. That's all.
So you're not so much disappointed with... You didn't so much pick 5 of the worst Halloween candies.
Oh, well...
you picked 5 of the worst...
things you could get.
Halloween trick-or-treating experiences.
I guess if then my number one candy that I'll never understand is licorice. I wonder if it's a genetic thing, like how some people always think cilantro tastes like soap, and they're genetically unable to taste otherwise. Because licorice to me tastes like something the CIA would give you if they're asking you about terrorism.
Both kinds of licorice?
Asking you. No,
like
I don't consider red licorice to be licorice. I'm just talking the black poison kind that I've never met anyone outside of the baby boomer generation that likes it. And I'm wondering is it a genetic imprint because that was the only candy you had when you were a kid? Were you just told over and over that this tastes good and you started to believe it? Because it's the medicine of candy. I don't understand it at all.
It's pretty bad.
It's not a pleasurable experience. I don't get it. But don't give me licorice.
My next one is Milky Way.
Okay.
It's on my list.
Yeah. Let's hear it.
I feel like Milky Way is a throwaway candy. It's the last candy that I'll ever eat if it's in a trick-or-treat bag.
I've noticed.
I don't understand what it even is. And it just there's just so many other options. It's just a waste of my time, I think. What's your last worst?
Yeah, my last worst is just a sort of, apples with razor blades in them, infectious needles, a silver shamrock mask, being stabbed in the face by Michael Myers. Any of those, I think, would...
So the trick aspect.
Yeah, that would ruin your
trick
Halloween.
Trick or treat.
In a hurry.
So my last is Whoppers. They are...
Oh, they are gross. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I know lots of people like them.
I feel like that's another a generational taste.
Yeah, any malt beverage,
yeah,
any malt related anything. I am not a fan of malt.
All of my elders loved it, and all of my
I would
contemporaries
love to know
hated
what
it.
malt actually is, because
like a chocolate malted.
It's like malt feels to me like it's a cross between molasses and sugar. Malt beverage, chocolate, malted chocolate, Whoppers. No, thank you.
Okay.
It's like styrofoam has been wrapped in malt beverage.
Yeah, it's
popcorn peanuts.
No, it's like a thickening.
I
hear you. Whoppers are gross. Yeah, because the chocolate on the outside is fine, but then everything inside, and they're big, so there's a lot of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. You want to get to best?
Yeah.
Let's have fun. I actually did put mine in order.
Oh, mine are in no particular order.
Okay. So I'll start with
number 5. So why don't you
5.
just shake yours up?
Okay, sure. I'm going to put mine in no particular order then, but I'll probably tell you which one's my favorite. So in no particular order on my best list is Milky Way. Because it's not my favorite.
Emergency announcement, listener. This podcast is over.
Oh, bye everyone.
Terror in tandem. has been ruined by one singular bite-sized Milky Way.
At least we monetize this just in time to buy several more luxury properties. I just,
Wow.
listen.
Favorite? That's
No,
on your tops?
It's on my tops, but it's got everything I like. Caramel and chocolate. I mean.
Yeah, that's caramel? Are you sure you're not thinking of a...
Yeah, Milky Way's caramel.
Okay.
Are you thinking of a Three Musketeers, which is just nougat?
Maybe.
Well, Milky Way, I agree. It's like half a candy bar because it's literally just caramel and chocolate. But I don't know. They're great. I like them.
Well, my top, in no particular order, Almond Joy. Don't come at me. Don't do it. It's got nuts. Mounds don't.
Okay.
And it's coconut. And it's covered in dark chocolate.
I wasn't going to say anything.
I don't want anyone to come at me. It's delicious. If you don't like coconut, that's fine. That doesn't mean that it's not delicious.
I
okay?
prefer
It just means
Almond
that
Joy
you
to
don't
Mounds.
like coconut.
I think the nuts give the mounds a texture
It's just one nut
in the miniature. Yeah.
in all of them.
Do you think there's
In
just
the
like
full size, it's
I like to think
one nut
there's like a
per
little
bite.
old man that's been doing this for 80 years that like personally puts the single nut in the miniature and he's like, I put a nuts in it.
I mean, we could pretend, but it's definitely a machine.
Um,
Almond Joy. It
not-
is a joy.
Next on my list, Three Musketeers.
Wow.
It's again, so I don't know if you've ever done this. Take a Milky Way miniature and a Three Musketeers miniature, pop one on top of the other, squish it down. You've got yourself a nearly complete candy bar. It's great. I know, it's just nougat with chocolate. It's a throwaway idea that somebody had because the factory probably had too much nougat and they were like, what are we going to do with all this fucking nougat?
I guess I don't like nougat. 'cause
Maybe. I love it. It's not my favorite, but if somebody pops a bunch of Three Musketeers in my little Halloween bucket, I'm happy.
It's not your favorite. This is our favorite.
But it's
list.
not my number one favorite.
Oh,
I will still eat the
in the
shit out
ranking.
of it.
Yeah.
I will still stress eat
I
it
got it.
like a chimpanzee picking lice out, you know.
My next is Starburst.
Oh, I did not go the fruit route on this one, I'm noticing. But
I really like the double pack. I like it when it's double pink. Obviously, that's the optimal. That's the win right there. When you open the little yellow pack and there's two Starbursts in it and they're both pink, that's the win of the game. But
or you could snake eyes with double yellow.
that's fine. I
Oh.
don't mind any of the flavors.
Okay. Orange is my favorite.
I like Starburst.
Yeah, that's great.
They make my mouth salivate.
Oh. Kit Kat. I like a Kit Kat. Yeah, little crunch, and you get two of them.
Yeah.
You can
Share with a friend.
yeah, or you could break it off, or you could bite it sort of horizontally. It's got that nice snap.
Break me off a piece of
Essentially
that.
tastes like nothing,
football
but you know,
cream.
I don't know. Kit Kat. Why not? I'm just saying, I'm not gonna throw a Kit Kat away.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, I did.
My next is peanut M&Ms. Yum. Love it. Again, yellow packaging. That's
Hard
the distinguish
disagree.
between the regular M&Ms. You can just grab it.
Peanuts too big, not enough chocolate.
That's the most insane thing you've ever said.
But
But
wow.
it's perfect. It's protein. It's delicious. They come perfectly. I've never been disappointed with the amount that you're given.
Okay. So second to last for me is Snickers, because Snickers is the complete
Snickers
candy
is
bar.
my next one too. So
It's-
let's just talk about the
It's
old
perfect.
Snickers.
Has everything. It's got peanuts, caramel,
like the-
nougat, chocolate. It's got all of it. It's
The
got
one
everything.
that's the tiny square and the one that's like fun size also.
Yeah.
Whatever
The big
one you get,
chonkers,
I'm
too.
never disappointed. I
Yeah.
like that the miniatures have a letter of Snickers on each one.
Yeah.
So like you could get an S. You
I
could
feel like
get an I.
Snickers is the base candy bar, and then all candy bars are just components of a Snickers. Like Three Musketeers is the bottom.
It really does satisfy.
Yeah. Milky Way is the middle Snickers. Baby Ruth is the top of a Snickers.
I mean, I disagree with those, but Snickers.
Snickers.
What's your last favorite?
Number one for me with a bullet, Twix. Twix is the shit. Twix is so good. I don't know what that crunchy
like
part
shit.
is. It does look like poopies. I don't know.
It's a cookie.
Yeah, but it's so good. Oh man, and the caramel and
That chocolatey golden ice cream.
So something I like to do.
Thick, no room for a stick. What would you do? Oh, that's
Klondike bar. Twix. I like to eat half of it by biting straight down, so you get the full like mouthful. But then the other half, I like to just sort of scrape the top part off and eat that, and then eat the cookie part separate. It's just, I love Twix. Twix is the best. And I kind of like that they label them left and right now. I think that's whimsical. But I do prefer the Twix pack that comes with 2.
Yeah, it's a cookie.
It should come with 2. It's a cookie. Yeah, give me some Twix. Love it.
The theme of yours is caramel.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to throw in a second tier category.
What if you get a Werther's
original from the old lady on the block?
Yeah.
Listen, it's fine. You know, I'm just happy she's still with us. So what's your last? What's your tops?
A Hershey miniature.
I knew it.
An ultimate Hershey miniature.
Just
I'll take a flat Hershey, like a single flat.
Yeah.
But I would rather have the Hershey miniature in the miniatures bag. And those of you who are out there thinking, oh, those aren't Halloween. Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah.
You can buy the Halloween version. They have fall leaves on them. Sometimes they have like pumpkin pictures and things like that. The Hershey miniature. It'll never go out of style. It's been around since the 40s.
It's a standard, baby. So I've got like a second tier list of acceptables.
Oh, I have a second tier list of unacceptable.
My acceptables list is the Hershey miniature. It's the whole bag, like the Mr. Goodbar and Crackle. It's like the Hydrox of candy. It's like, you know, if I get them, sure, it's fine. They're fine, but I get, you know, they're like knockoffs of Mars bars, in my opinion. Not as good. What's your list of unacceptables?
Necco wafers.
Oh, have you ever gotten that trick or treating?
Yeah.
Oh,
in the
gross.
little tight pack. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's so weird. I've never gotten one of those.
Apples.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Caramel apples, candy apples, anything baked.
That's like a weirdo.
I think I mentioned anything baked or homemade.
Yeah. That's too much effort.
Smarties
people.
can get bent. Although I will eat them.
Yeah, those are like the end of the night candy.
That's pretty much it for me.
Yeah. And then, of course, we just want to celebrate the holy grail of houses, the rare unicorn that gave out full-size candy bars. There's one in every neighborhood. You're doing the Lord's work.
Here's just a quick
Lord.
list of no's. Good and Plenty's, Tootsie Rolls, Mary Jane's, Circus Peanuts.
Oh, God. Circus Peanuts. That's just you can't convince me that's not just like creosote packed into a mold.
And the full size candy bar was definitely one that, you know, you open and start eating.
But like when you get it, you're like, are you rich, mister?
Yeah. I mean, that's insane. What about Reese's peanut butter cups? Because we did not mention
or
those.
Reese's Pieces.
Right.
Those are both awesome. I just came up with 5. Listen, there are a lot more than 5 kinds of candy that I will eat. So, I mean, I didn't put Sour Patch Kids or any sort of gummies. You know,
Yeah.
I'm a voracious pig monster. I'll eat all of this stuff.
I would say that Nerds are also acceptable.
Nerds are great. I like the whole Willy Wonka. Anything Cadbury is amazing for our British friends.
A Butterfinger.
Yeah. Like that's Butterfinger for me is like the Dr. Pepper. You know, it's not that it doesn't taste good. It's just so rich that I only
you
really
don't
want
like
one
it,
of
but there are
them.
plenty of people that do, and people
Yeah.
love a Dr. Pepper.
But this
I
is
like
my
a Dr.
show.
Pepper on occasion.
This is my show.
Our show.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Of course, I wasn't planning on giving you poison licorice.
So those are our official, unofficial.
Candyman.
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 All right.
Sorry.
Stop looking at that mirror. Who's that? Enjoy your Halloween. Watch out for those razor blades. And
which it's not a thing. Jesus Christ. Just have fun.
And we hope you get a full bag of candy. But most of you that are listening are adults. So go buy your own candy. That's on sale tomorrow.
And also to those of you staring at that piece of candy you just ate that you know you shouldn't have, and you know that's the one that's going to give you the stomach ache, I feel you.
Terror in Tandem is written, produced, and recorded by Laura and Richard Mathiasen, and edited and mixed by Richard Mathiasen. Our Octerrorfest theme and all other music was written and performed by David Suspanic. All opinions expressed on this podcast are our own and should be taken as such. Thanks for listening, and please remember to give us a like, a review, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. If you do, we promise not to haunt you.